Alright guys, should be start streaming right now. Wow. Alright. 5 seconds, I am pumped. Alrighty. Alright. Definitely the Mavic 3. Man, alright. The secret that's not a secret. I'm just gonna let this beginning play, guys. Then I'm gonna give you my commentary. We're gonna have a chat as we go through this, so. Cool little graphic there.
Ladies and gentlemen, DJI fans, pilots, photographers, filmmakers, hello image creators. We've all been waiting a long time for this moment, but I know, you know, patience always pays. It's a big part of our work, waiting for the odds, the weather, the right perspective, the right time. A special moment. Well,
who's this guy?
Here we are. I'm Ferdinand Wolf, drone pilot and part of DJI's development team. But especially, I am an image creator. Over all my years with DJI, I've met so many other creators, tech friends and fans. I can truly imagine how excited you are right now. I am as well. And I'm also extra proud to represent this moment on behalf of my colleagues all over the world, because it marks a very special milestone for the whole DJI family. So please allow me to do something we rarely do and share a word or two about our company. DJI was born from a simple dream, allowing you to effortlessly control an aircraft and create
Alrighty guys, what's going on, guys?
On the fly. And for 15 years now, we do exactly that, enabling image creators to capture easily what could only be imagined before. But while we're widely known as the drone company, only a few know what the letters DJ and I stand for. That's Dajang Innovation, short DJI.
I know that.
Innovations
I'm gonna move this over. Give me a second, guys.
Inspired by an old Chinese idiom, means to us, big dreams have no barriers. This is what drives us. The reason why we won't and why we don't.
What's going on, guys? Good to see you guys in the chat.
The reason why, as soon as we master one thing, we'll use that experience somewhere else. So we've already put our gimbal technology from aerial heights into the hands of pro filmmakers. Shout out to my friends in Hollywood. We give weekend action heroes the tools to become true image creators. We enable farmers, firefighters, builders, scientists, and many more to make the world a safer, smarter, and more promising place from above. Moreover, we've expanded far beyond where we began.
Oh, Steph, what's going on, man? Good to see you guys. Chris, good to see you. Ariel, Sean,
educational robotics,
So,
and AI.
good to see you guys.
We simply love searching for solutions that...
Alright, I'm gonna lower this a little bit. Alright, this is basically, they're just telling everybody how great they are. Exactly. Well, they gotta pat themselves on the back first, you know? That's the way it goes.
Keep making the most complex technology accessible and easy to use for everybody, every day. And today, this thought brings us back here. Back to our original dream, helping everyone.
How's everybody doing? By the way, just so you guys know, for some reason my camera's not showing. I don't know why. So I don't know why I can't show my face. I'm also watching this on my iPad simultaneously. So streaming software is a little glitchy tonight, but I'm just gonna show my screen for now, and then gonna hopefully have a chat here. We can get things going. I thought this would be fun to do tonight, so glad you guys are all here. So, all right, I'm gonna turn up the volume, then I'll turn it down when it's time to chat.
Enough teasing. Let's take off. Introducing DJI's new masterpiece.
say Mavic 3, of course. Still waiting. By the way,
all the image creators around the world, this one is for you. Please welcome our latest flagship, our pride. The drone that is here to change the way we shoot, the way we see, the way we fly. Again, Mavic 3. Mavic Pro was a foldable revolution in 2016. Fitting in a small bag, but shooting big images.
Alright, they're going to give a little history here. Is it me, or are the drones getting better in features, but they're getting also uglier? I felt like they hit their peak with the Mavic Air, the original Mavic Air, not the Air 2, the original Mavic Air. I really like that design, but this new design I'm not crazy about, but of course it's going to have awesome features. Alright.
This is true for Mavic 3 as well, but on a whole new level. This new Mavic belongs in the toolbox of every true image creator. And here are 3 bold reasons why. 1, the dual camera system. An incredible Hasselblad camera with a stunning 4/3 CMOS sensor. Plus, a second camera with a 1/2-inch sensor and a telescopic lens for exploring distant spots and new creative techniques.
There we go.
Endless possibilities and badass image quality. More about that later. 2, APAS 5.0. Comes with an omnidirectional obstacle sensing system, autonomously sensing obstacles in all directions, like a careful assistant that protects your footage. 3, Mavic 3 stays in the air for up to 46 minutes, giving you a crazy 50% upgrade to Mavic 2.
Wow.
More fly time to get the next perfect shot.
Of course
We
it's
could
not.
have called it Patience Plus.
It's not going to be 46 in
Mavic
reality.
3 is
But
here, ready to start a new era. The shift from a supreme drone with a great camera to a supreme camera that flies perfectly. And I can't wait to show you this camera in action. So let's go. Follow me outside for a sneak peek at the peak.
I forgot what he said in the very
camera
first
quality
frame. I
is
missed that.
absolutely outstanding.
We'll see.
You get stunning images in almost any conditions. So there's no need to go to scenic places for epic shots.
It's got to be
But
4K
if you
60.
can, of course you go.
It might be 5.4 60. But let's see. My question is it going to be optical or digital zoom? That's what I'm really curious about. They're not going to mention the price at the end. That's just the way it's going to be. I'm going to turn this down for a second. Yeah, I'm really curious whether it's going to be optical or digital zoom, because digital zoom will kind of be a bummer with that second lens, because it's basically just cropping into the frame. So let's hope for optical zoom here.
Quite impressive, right? Well, when we say we put imaging above everything, we mean the best image quality you can get from an aircraft that fits in a small bag. We mean a truly professional camera system that you can use to capture any perspective.
Yeah, 4K 120 would be incredible.
Intuitive and safer user experience to fully focus on imaging. That's Mavic 3, finally here to change aerial imaging once again. But to achieve that, we had to change more or less everything.
I'll answer that in a
First,
second,
the obvious.
Sean.
We know that to select the best shots, you need enough shots to select from. And to make as many attempts as possible, you simply need time. To get significantly more time in the air, we had to refine the entire structure of Mavic 3. First, we took inspiration from nature and aerial science to help us make propellers and motors more efficient. Then, we redesigned the gimbal, the arms, and the main body to improve how Mavic 3 moves through the air.
Still looks the
The
same.
result? A drag coefficient 35% lower than the last generation.
Alright,
That's
alright.
why Mavic 3 looks sharper and more agile. It's not just the darker color, it was an enormous effort to redesign every millimeter of Mavic 3 to move more smoothly. And that's just what you can see from the outside.
I agree, they better make
On
it
the
optical
inside,
zoom.
It's also stronger, way stronger. By balancing weight, volume, and power consumption,
It's got to be under 900 grams for Europe.
Up to 30 kilometers flight distance per charge. And a flight time of 46 minutes. That's 15 more minutes to explore, prepare, and shoot compared to Mavic.
Realistically, it's probably high 30s.
Huge, especially when you're used to testing the limits of our batteries like I am. You'll love another improvement. You can now charge batteries inside the aircraft via USB-C, helping you to be ready ASAP whenever a perfect shot opens up. Speaking of perfect shots,
all right, that's kind of cool.
Have you ever lost a shot like this? An absolute nightmare. That's why we wanted Mavic 3 to be safer than any other professional drone, to protect your images, your raw materials, your work, whatever comes. So we got rid of all the blind spots with APAS 5.0, allowing Mavic 3 to see whatever comes in every direction. Up, down, sideways, front, back. Safe in almost any environment.
They're trying to compete with Skydio.
Has upgraded omnidirectional obstacle sensing. Multiple visual sensors allow an extremely accurate recognition of obstacles in 360 degrees and let Mavic 3 automatically avoid them, even in normal mode or in a tracking situation. There, the new ActiveTrack 5.0 allows a more motion-based and natural tracking in 3D. Even when the drone briefly loses track of the subject, it keeps following it until it finds it again. Imagine letting the drone handle the flying while you stay in your zone, focusing on what you came for in the first place. And in case you stay in your zone for a little too long, no worries. Our newly designed advanced return to home function is backing you, returning the aircraft smarter and safer than ever. With traditional
my thing is, all right, return to home, we've had that. My thing is,
hovers above and finally lands at the takeoff point.
I think DJI's ActiveTrack Follow Me mode has been better than Skydio in terms of its smoothness. Now, what I'm interested in is, can it really avoid things as well as Skydio? Because that's what Skydio seems to be better than DJI up to this point.
More energy for imaging while increasing safety. To achieve that, the DJI Vision processor scans the surrounding environment in real time during flight. As soon as advanced return to home is triggered, the aircraft will measure the current wind speed and calculate the required power based on wind and distance. It will not only start its return to home on the safest flight path, it will start the return to home as late as possible to again save energy for longer flight time. By significantly optimizing sensors and algorithms, we also increased the forward detectable range from 20 meters to 200 meters, enabling Mavic 3 to make dynamic route changes much earlier and safely navigate around obstacles during return to home. DJI has always led the industry in developing the tools for safety.
So a lot of people won't know what that means, but usually DJI, when you press the return to home button, it didn't have the obstacle avoidance until you were really close to home. I think it was like, he said 60 meters or something like that. Now they've expanded it so it's like 600 feet instead of 200 feet. You'll have obstacle avoidance when returning your drone.
Absolutely stable transmission. Your creative vision shouldn't depend on whether your signal is strong enough to clear a building or a mountain or a building in the mountains. That's why we upgraded the transmission system to DJI O3 Plus. Stronger, way more reliable, enduring, powerful. And in combination with an additional DJI cellular transmission dongle, unbeatable. With this, Mavic 3 can leave the point-to-point connection and enter the 4G cellular network. So now, with the relevant permissions and following your applicable laws and regulations, you can pretty much fly from anywhere to anywhere. On the whole, Mavic 3 provides a much better connectivity. It's now able to transmit footage from the aircraft directly onto your mobile phone through Wi-Fi 6 protocol, without the need of a remote controller. And when I say remote, I mean a next-generation smart remote controller. Available with the Mavic 3 is the new DJI RC Pro, the absolute latest and smoothest control experience. With extended operating time, faster charging, enhanced antenna power, and transmission distance. Plus a 1000 nit screen built to give you the best and brightest display for your image. And that's exactly where I want to take you back now. To the heart and soul of mighty Mavic 3, its imaging performance. For an imaging professional, you expect a camera that performs great in low light situations, is able to handle high dynamic range, and captures the finest details even at the widest angles. And Mavic 3 delivers. Thanks to an original Hasselblad camera with a 4/3 CMOS sensor, getting a sensor of this size to work on a drone of this size was probably the hardest part.
I wonder if it's a Hasselblad
but also
sensor.
the most rewarding. Imagine aerial photography with 12-bit RAW and 20 megapixels. Or imagine capturing images with a higher dynamic range of 12.8 stops. Or don't just imagine. Plus, all the light reaching the sensor comes through a lightweight Hasselblad lens, offering you stunning image quality with an equivalent focal length of 24 millimeters, an aperture of f2.8 to 11, and an 84-degree FOV, ready to create your new masterpiece for magazines, billboards, galleries, clients, or just for the fun of it.
All right.
Photo or video. With Mavic 3, you can instantly switch from creating aerial photos like a pro to creating aerial videos like a pro.
Great, good to see you, man.
With up to 5.1K at 50 frames per second. Yes! Giving you 5.1 thousand opportunities for resizing and reframing in post-production.
That's a weird
Without even
number.
having mentioned the 10-bit D-Lock color profile. That's amazing. And that here is amazing too. Slow motion shooting with 4K at 120 frames per second and even full HD video at 200 frames per second. But still, there are even more possibilities with Mavic 3, because Mavic 3 comes with a second integrated camera. Telescopic lens for long focus with up to 28 times hybrid zoom. Use it to explore your surroundings for the next shots and create unseen perspectives. With an extra half-inch sensor for this camera and an aperture of f4.4 and an equivalent focal length of 162 millimeters, we definitely reduced limits. Then there's even a third focal length with the new attachable wide-angle converter that allows you to shoot super wide at an impressive 15.5 millimeters. The variety of photo and video possibilities in a drone that fits in your hand is simply unmatched.
Pretty nice.
For those who want to raise the bar of aerial videos higher right away up to cinematic, we created a second impressive version of Mavic 3, the new Mavic 3 Cine.
Oh boy.
The name says it all. The Cine version comes with two impressive upgrades. One, Apple ProRes 4:2 HQ video codec, the current industry standard for professional video productions. This will not only help you to express your view on the world, it will also impress every single viewer. And two, an integrated gigantic 1 terabyte SSD drive to handle large amounts of the data from the ProRes codec and high frame rates. A lot of great news to digest, right?
Yes.
I feel you. Both versions of Mavic 3 enable incredible opportunities while shooting and create astonishing image quality for post-production. Mavic 3 also gives you new dynamic options with master shots. It's a new programmable mode that lets you create preset maneuvers for fully edited, dubbed and captivating films.
It's not new, it's on the Air 2S.
This, as well as many other intelligent features like hyperlapse, time shots, or HNCS share one goal: to enable you to create professional, ready-to-share footage on the fly. What's HNCS, you're asking? Well, that's short for Hasselblad Natural Color Solution. It empowers Mavic 3's imaging with incredibly rich, pure and accurate colors for a professional touch right off the bat. No need to select from multiple presets. So yes, we did it again. To get the best image quality on board, we worked with the best. Hasselblad, the exclusive camera brand from Sweden that so many image creators dream of. And I really do think DJI and Hasselblad are a dream team.
DJI owns a lot of Hasselblad, so it's funny that they said they're from Sweden.
The path to the perfect image. Forever a journey. A journey that these two travelers started far off, far away. One sets out with the belief that everyone sees the world in a unique way, inspiring all to express.
You don't need an Apple machine, but I'll get into that.
Imaging technology. The other sets out believing everyone should experience the future of possible, empowering all to envision it in the smoothest way imaginable from every angle. Year after year, both follow their own footsteps, paving their own paths.
I think it's optical zoom,
tools,
but
mightiest of their times, both keep
not really zoom, just two different lenses. I'm not positive about that.
until they find each other. And with them, precision finds unlimited perspectives. Heritage finds cutting-edge possibilities.
Nesson, it's tough to tell yet. Tough to tell.
Of new technology.
Too early to say that.
Their differences would only make them stronger. Together. Together, they make excellence look easy. To redefine fine imaging. Together, they create new paths to inspire all of us.
All right, this is.
Together,
I may
they keep traveling
silence this in a second.
to your perfect image. See what's possible.
All right, what is all this?
Redefining fine imaging. That's what I'm talking about. And I'm super glad to have a true Hasselblad insider here to talk about fine imaging. My colleague and friend from Gothenburg, Sweden, welcome Brunius.
Hi Ferdi. Hello everyone.
Thanks for joining me today. You know, we're super proud of Mavic 3, also because of the fact that it carries the name Hasselblad. Would you please remind us what the name stands for, in a few words maybe?
Of course. So Hasselblad has a profound tradition in excellent photography. Founded 80 years ago by Victor Hasselblad, we soon became one of the most trusted global companies for professional imaging solutions and still are. Our cameras, I can proudly say, have been used by some of the most outstanding photographers ever since.
Definitely. Your deep understanding of the photographer's eyes is one of the reasons for that. And another for sure is Hasselblad's renowned, superb feeling for colors. So what can our creators out there expect from the Hasselblad Natural Color Solution, the HNCS in the Mavic 3?
A lot of experience and a little bit of magic. See, with our traditional camera systems on ground, we aim to let image creators express their artistic vision exactly how they imagine it. Therefore, we defined a unique color space and developed a profile solution that renders colors naturally without any compromises for better handling of shades, skin tones, contrast, and illumination. And that's what creators can expect from Mavic 3 as well. HNCS will calibrate each pixel to render natural colors and apply excellently balanced grading right away.
Yeah, you can certainly feel a unique purity in every image. Bronius, you said Hasselblad's a brand of profound tradition. Then comes DJI, very techy, non-traditional if you will so. Where do you see the common denominators between these fairly different brands?
Well, first, sky is not our limit as well. I mean, you know that the first photo on the moon was taken with a Hasselblad camera, right? But seriously, on the second glance, the two brands have more in common than one might think.
Like?
Like the enabling factor, both allow and inspire creators to truly realize what they imagine.
This guy's so
to fulfill
scripted.
themselves creatively. With that comes the honor DJI and Hasselblad share, working with the world's most skilled artists, image creators, and engineers. And of course, the high-end products with focus on functional and original design, making both brands the premium choice in their field.
Okay, that's quite on point, I would say. Maybe one last favor?
Sure.
Tell me one reason that I didn't come up with why the Mavic 3 is the premium choice, a must-have for true image creators.
Well, I'm convinced the Hasselblad L2D20C with a 4/3 CMOS sensor and its processing speed is actually strong enough to even compete with the smaller pro cameras on ground. But as soon as it's in the air, it's something else. But hey, why not ask a true image creator, like an official Hasselblad master photographer? Benjamin, what do you think?
Hello, my name is Benjamin Everett. I'm an artist, a photographer, and a former Hasselblad master. I always like to start with story. Asking what we're trying to say with our work can be the most essential thing a photographer can do. The beauty of drones and the Mavic 3 show us completely new things once we're up and flying. They help us tell our story in entirely new ways. Because the drone will show you so many new things, I've really been enjoying the extended battery life of the Mavic 3. It allows me to feel a lot more relaxed. I'm patient in the air when I'm flying, and this always leads to better compositions. An additional feature that I really like is the 7x optical zoom. I've been making some highly detailed panoramic images that just haven't been possible until now.
Wow, thanks Benjamin, for your perspective, first impressions, and these impressive images. Masterpieces from the master shot on our masterpiece. Love it. And thank you a lot, Bronius.
My pleasure.
I think that underlined the cutting-edge potential and new possibilities you can expect from Mavic 3.
He said 7x. I thought they said.
Let's take a sharp look at the
before.
highlights of today.
Right.
The new Mavic 3 comes with a Hasselblad camera, 4/3 CMOS sensor, 20 megapixels, a telescopic camera with a half-inch sensor, 5.1K, 4K at 120 frames per second, 46 minutes flight time, APAS 5.0 for obstacle sensing in all directions, Active Track 5.0, enhanced tracking for more focus on the action, advanced return to home for an even safer and smarter return with the touch of a button. The new DJI RC Pro Smart Controller with a 1000 nit screen and transmission deluxe, and a new DJI cellular transmission dongle bringing you 4G connectivity. Good things come to those who wait, they say, and I say you've been waiting long enough. So Mavic 3 will be available from this moment. This means both Mavic 3 versions and accessories are ready when you are. So the last question left. What's the price for these invaluable imaging tools?
Oh boy.
I'll show you. The Mavic 3 starts at $2,199 in the US. Flying more means shooting more, so Mavic 3 is also available in a Fly More combo, including more convenient accessories for $2,999. The new DJI RC Pro Smart Controller comes for $1,199.
Oh boy.
And all creators who want the maximum right away will choose the Mavic 3 Cine Premium combo. It comes with the Mavic 3 Cine version, with the RC Pro Smart Controller, a wide range of ND filters, and much more, for $4,999.
It's actually not that bad.
Please go check store.dji.com for all products and prices in your currency. Wow, what a flight! I have to thank you for coming along with me on this beautiful journey to your perfect image. That's it from me. Love to all you image creators out there. As a DJI colleague once said, the beaten paths are not for the ones who are meant to fly. So have a blast with our new aerial masterpiece. I will for sure. Good flight, goodbye.
I actually think the Cine version is a better deal than the normal version. 5,000 is a better deal than the 3,000 for the combo, I think. But I gotta see if that comes with a smart controller. That 5,000, does that include the smart controller? Or is the smart controller version more expensive? Alright, I think that is... Alright, a little lower though. I don't think... Alright guys, so... we can have a little conversation here. Apologize about my camera. I don't know, try to get it working here. Don't know what is up with my camera. So I'm gonna keep that on. But yeah, so the things I noticed: 5.1K, 50 frames per second. I don't know why they didn't make it. I don't know why they didn't make it 60 frames per second. That was a little annoying. The 24 millimeters, that's the same as the Mavic 2 Pro, so that's great. f2.8. I was hoping for something like an f2 lens, something a little faster, but 2.8 is still good. I'm sure that's adjustable. They didn't say whether the f2.8 lens is adjustable. Maybe we can go on DJI right now, the site, and we can see, let's see if we can just go back to the website and we can learn some more about the specs. All right, let's just look this over together. Okay, I'm looking at this for the first time, as you guys are too. So they're really going to push the Cine version. They want that $5,000 from everybody. All right. Can I scroll down at least? 2 cameras. I could just go to the specs, but I just want to see here. The 12.8 stops of dynamic range. I thought that was decent, although it could have been a little more. I think that's decent, not superb, but not bad. Pretty good. Okay, so it is f2.8 to f11, which is the same as the Mavic 2 Pro. This is basically, a lot of this is the same as the Mavic 2 Pro. One thing I'll say about, a lot of people were asking about the image quality. One thing with the Mavic 2 Pro is that it was kind of soft in the edges. So is the DJI Air 2S. It just has, it's a little soft in the edges, whereas the Phantom 4 Pro was a little sharper in the edges than the Mavic 2 Pro, and that's my experience from a lot of shooting with all those drones. So we'll have to see. Hasselblad does have good color, but those images you saw were like that guy who came on and was talking about, I'm a Hasselblad master. He shoots medium format. So Hasselblad makes medium format cameras, which is, you know, so much bigger than a 4/3 sensor. So it's really hard to compare. But in terms of color, we'll have to see. And I am curious about this, what they say about this color. Excellence without presets. Pixel calibration, yada yada yada. Accurate color reproduction, okay. For all you dolphin lovers out there. Alright. That looks pretty good from what I can tell. Oh, you can download the TIFF, so that's 262 megabytes, which is huge. We go in here for the image quality. Looks a little grainy, but they don't tell you what ISO they used. So it's really tough to tell. But what I do notice, let's look here in the corners. It looks a lot better than it looks. It doesn't have that like blurriness in the edge that the Mavic 2 Pro had. So it's looking a lot better than the Mavic 2 Pro. Probably, I would love to compare this to the Phantom 4 Pro, but I actually don't have my Phantom 4 Pro anymore. I got rid of it because just they had so many drones. So let's look at this. Florida, higher dynamic range. Okay, that actually looks decent, but alright. That's not the best shot for dynamic range, to be honest. So this guy, okay. Let's take a closer look here. Yeah, it looks pretty darn good. You can download the DNG file, and that's basically a RAW file. So DNG is a RAW photo that you can edit. So that's nice that DJI allows you to download. So what I'd suggest some of you guys do, I'm probably going to do that. Just if you press this button right here, you can download it. Okay, and then you can open it up. It's going to take a little while to download because it's such a big file. And you can try to color grade it. That was really cool that DJI did that. Okay. So 5.1K, why not just go for 6K? I don't know if they could have, engineering wise, they probably couldn't make it happen. 4K 120, that's probably what I'm going to shoot a lot. I think it was Ariel Sean, you were asking about that. So the 120, the higher the frame rate, really, you're able to slow it down in post-production. So if you go to my YouTube channel for the video I uploaded today, I shot a lot of that video in 60 frames per second. And when using slow motion, if you only shoot at 24 or 30 frames, you can't really slow it down because you're missing frames. So it will look kind of choppy, or it really won't make your image look good. So having those extra frames is an added bonus that you can use. So I'll probably be shooting in 4K 120 rather than the 5.1. I don't need that extra 1.1K, especially if I'm shooting Apple ProRes. And it's 10-bit, which is great. Would have been nice if they put 12-bit, but 10-bit's cool. 422, and that's super expensive. So if you buy the Apple ProRes, that license, with the 1 terabyte drive, that'll be like over $2,000, like $2,500 or something like that. So to charge $5,000, you're actually getting a deal for the Cine version. As crazy as that sounds, I mean, it's still expensive, but you know, I mean, or it's not cheap, depending on how much money you have. Some people, it's I say not expensive. It depends. Okay, it looks like I don't know if I could play this in 4K. It's my internet is not fast enough. Anyway, you guys can play that. Will the old smart controller work with a cheaper version? My guess is no. DJI usually doesn't do that. I would be very surprised if they made that. So 28 hybrid zoom, 162. So can you zoom into 162, or is it f4.4? I would have liked to see f4, but 4.4 is fine. It's not the fastest glass, but it's not super slow. So the 28 times zoom, I think they said that was 162 millimeters. And then you can put another lens. Now that second lens, I wasn't sure whether you could put on the 4/3 sensor or the other one. Did anyone pick that up? When will arrive your Mavic 3 Pro? Yeah, no, DJI's not sending me one. I'm not sponsored by them yet, but they're occasionally. I gotta reach out. I don't know if they love me anymore. I don't know. They used to be in communication a lot more with me, but I haven't heard from them in a long time. So everything I post on this channel will be, you know, no outside influence. It's just my opinion. Because a lot of YouTube is, you know, they send these YouTubers drones, and then they say it's the greatest thing. They say it's the greatest thing because they get sent the drone. 4,800 euro in Europe. Yeah, let's go. I'm going to go into the tech specs in a second. All right, so I'm not dragging this on forever. All right, it can fly around the objects. I think you guys saw that. Advanced return to home. That's actually pretty cool. Signal in adequate lighting conditions. Okay, this APAS 5. I want to see how that competes with the Skydio, and if it. Good thing about DJI is usually the active track. It's smooth. It's so much better than the Skydio in terms of you can actually use the footage. Skydio, your drone won't crash, but some of the footage is not usable. So I wonder if we could play this just so you guys could see it real quick. Yeah, let's play it in 720. All right. All right. I don't know if they're going to show any good. This is kind of, all right. It's not really showing us much. Okay, that's great. Yeah, that didn't show us much of anything, but okay. The 15 kilometers, I think that's similar to the Air 2S. Reality, you're not going to fly that much. 1080, so you get a live feed, 1080, 60 frames per second. That's pretty darn good. And I think they said 1080 at 240 frames per second shooting, which was pretty awesome. Will the new smart controller work with the Air 2S or Mini 2? That's a good question. My guess is not right off the bat. If it does, it's gonna probably they're not gonna make it work right away. DJI does this because they want you to buy whatever's the most expensive right now. That's how they operate. That's their marketing plan anyway. I'm pretty sure that's the way they think. Don't quote me on that, but yeah. Someone asked, will the smart controller work from the old smart controller work with the newer drone? I almost bet I don't know for sure yet because I don't have this drone. Obviously, I'm watching just like you guys, but I would say no, it won't. Flagship worthy. So this kind of looks like Darth Vader. The Mavic 3 storage cover. Do you guys notice that? It's kind of Star Wars-esque. Alright, so by now, 2100, I guess you could, it's not bad. Actually, you could just get one battery. I don't know if you need three. I mean, 3 batteries probably you're going to need, but I guess you could get away with one battery, but that's... Realistically, you're probably only going to get high 30s, maybe 40 minutes of flight time max, because, you know, they always say higher, but winds and everything else. So I'm going to wrap up this live stream soon. Let's just go over the specs real quick, see if we see anything, because I'm not going to bore you guys. I think you guys got the gist of this. Yeah, so hovering 40 minutes with no wind, flying with no wind 46 minutes. All right. Internal storage, so the normal one is the Hasselblad. You get 934, which is, yeah, available space close to 1 terabyte. The normal one only 8 gigs, so I'm a little disappointed with that. Like, come on, we're giving you $2,200 just for the drone itself. You only can give us 8 gigs. That's a little disappointing. Okay, so the video, The ISO range is 100. I would have liked to see like 50 or 64, something just a little lower on the low end. The high end doesn't really matter for the ISO, but that usually makes the... What's the price? It's $2,200 for the drone itself, about $3,000 for the combo, and the Cine version is $5,000. Okay, so 20 megapixel. All right, you can do bracketing, all this stuff like before. I'm just wondering about the special features. We didn't really see any real special features. They talked about the imaging, but I would have liked to see some new intelligent flight modes or something like that, which I didn't really see. I guess they spent most of their time on obstacle avoidance. Yeah, Nesson, I don't know about that. I don't know where you're getting that from. I don't know where you're getting that information from. 30 frames per second. It also depends how you edit too, because 30 frames a second you can slow it down 80% in a 24 frame per second timeline, so it has more of a realistic dreamlike feel. Sometimes I do that. So if your footage is a little choppy, you can shoot 30 frames per second. I'll probably make a video about that because a lot of people get stuck on that. That's like 2 months of rent. Yeah, but you also gotta think: are you gonna be making money with it? Like that's what I'll probably get the Cine version because I know I can make that money back, no problem. But there's a lot of ways to make money with your drone and with your film skills. But I'm not going to talk about that today. So digital zoom 4x, okay? It says digital zoom 4x. So it says, okay, it's 162 millimeter lens. I'm still a little confused, but digitally zooms 4 times. So it's a fixed focal length, I guess, 162 millimeters, and you can buy that adapter or whatever. All right, let's just go for buy now and just look at it and see what we see. So it's 2100. So the combo. See, my question is, should I get just the combo right now and wait to get that later, or should I just go for broke and just go all in and get this? What do you guys say? What do you guys want me to get? This is my accountant won't like this one. Yeah. Aspire X5 is not worth the price. Yeah, I mean, it is worth the price because the Inspire 2 is so huge, man. It's like having a camera, even if it's not even close, the fact that you get ProRes and you can edit that ProRes with a small drone, to me that's worth it. Even if the X5 is slightly better, like how much really better is it? You know what I mean? Go all in! I knew you guys were gonna say that. Go all in. So they got this hood. They got the batteries are $209. Jesus, the batteries are almost half the price of a Mavic Mini. 5,000. YOLO, bro. All right. Should I do it? Let's look at this bad boy. Let's see what it is. Let's see what's in here. All right. So I got the smart controller, which I wanted to get anyway. You get this. You get 3 batteries. I assume there's 1 battery in here. You also get all the ND filters, which is nice of them. But when you're spending $5,000, you should. Now with this one, do you get the smart controller? No, you don't. So this is the best deal, man. This is by far, it's not even close. It's the best deal, even though it's, I say the best deal, but it's expensive. All right, I'm gonna get this. I think I'm just gonna get the Cine version. And then do I get this plus the Cine version? That's like $7 grand. Ah, God. I might have to sleep. DJI gave me a tough decision here. They gave me a tough decision. I want to get the Cine version, but then should I get this one too? Or should I start with this? See how it is? Oh, man, this is... My question too is, do they just sell the Cine by itself? It doesn't look like they sell the Cine drone by itself. Because if they sold it by itself, I might just get both drones by themselves. I don't know if I really need the smart controller. Ruben says YOLO. Alright. Come from China, your video anchor. That's great. Is it only worth... or 5K is way more than I thought. You get the new smart controller too. I just ordered 10 pieces. Alright. Alright guys. I'm probably just gonna get I gotta think about this for a second. I mean, I don't like to ever buy something right in the spur of the moment. So I'm at least gonna think about this for a half an hour before I pull the trigger. Also, I gotta think what's good for my channel too, because a lot of people will be buying this drone. They won't be buying the Cine version. So if I make all my videos with this, are people gonna be like, no, not as many people are gonna watch my channel? I don't know. That's another thought I'm thinking about. Yeah. Bitcoin or one Cine? Well, the thing is, you can make more money with a Cine drone than Bitcoin. I think you have a lot more control over it. Bitcoin is very volatile. All right, you have control over your business. All right, I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna leave it with a cliffhanger. And anyway, as soon as I get this, I'm gonna make my order today. It's either gonna be the premium, or I'm just gonna start with this, or it's gonna be the premium plus this. So if I get the premium, which I probably am, I'm gonna think about getting this. That's what I think I'm gonna do for now. But anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. Thanks for tuning in. You're spoiled if you get the, well, you're spoiled, Brett, if you buy the Cine. We'd definitely watch you go over and learn with the 3 with us, like you're saying. All right. So, yeah, let me think about this. I gotta think about, can I still shoot normal? Like, can I still put a normal SD card in this version? Because that's what I want to. If I can, I'll probably just get this, because that's what I want to make videos for you guys that are realistic. So if people are gonna get this, I realize most people are gonna get this. That's what. I want to make it realistic for you guys. All right. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. That's it. You'll find out. I will be doing live streams. I'm going to keep it going every... this Saturday, I'll let you know. So next live stream will be this Saturday. I'll probably make a video tomorrow, maybe. I can't guarantee it. But Saturday, 9 a.m. Tune in, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, New York City time. In the US, and I will let you know which drone I got, and then it'll probably arrive Sunday or Monday because they have crazy shipping speeds. So that's it for now, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Gonna end this live stream. Appreciate you guys, and tune in Saturday to find out which combo I got, or which drone I got, which version of the Mavic 3. See you guys later.